Right, welcome to our episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points. The Orks are back by popular demand. People have been asking where they are. I semi-shelved them for a while, just been working on other projects, but the Orks are there, eager to get back on the channel. So, warm-up game for them. Just searching for like a direction with the Orks. I've got a number of new units I need to get painted up for them. So it's an army that does need a revamp, but they're still in fighting order, fighting condition here, and up for a fight against the Space Marine chapters. I reckon we can develop a bit of a theme here on the channel, just as a bit of a break from the league. Just let the Orks go on the rampage and see how many of these Space Marine chapters they can smash up in a string of games. I think that's a great theme for us to have on the channel. So, for the Orks at 2,000 points, I'm going to run the Orks here. We've put Mike on the fists for a string of games, and I think that will just continue on with that theme. He's been using them very well. So we'll see how well he gets on against this Ork force. So it's a Warhorde here for the Orks. It's Gut Ripper as the war boss. I've adjusted all the points here for the most recent points update, and we've seen a points reduction overall for this army. So I've been able to squeeze in an extra enhancement for this force. Ed Whopper's Kill Chopper for the Ripper. Then Grog the Whopper across here, so it's an Ork war boss in Mega Armor. Super Cyborg body upgrade being taken for him. Then Cousin Zog, so running him as it's the old Forge World model, glorious model. It's the boss on bike, but that's been discontinued. It's not an entry anymore, so I'm going to make him into a Death Killer War Trike here. Just use the rules for that here in this game. Cunning but Brutal is his upgrade. I've had the spare points added to him. Fallback Shoot and Charge for him and his unit. I think that may well be very useful. He's been accompanied by 6 of the Ork bikers. Then Killer Cans, 1 with the Rockets, 1 with the Grotzukas, 2 squads of 3. We have a Death Dread there at the back. A Battle Wagon with Death Roller, an Ard Case. 5 Mega Knobs. They'll go with Grog the Whopper across here. 3 Mech Guns. Now they're all individual units. So 1, 2, and 3 of those in total. 2 squads of Ork boys inside trucks. Adds Power Claw on each of the knobs. And then 10 knobs with Power Claws inside a truck. And then 2 squads of 5 Storm Boys being taken as well. So that's the Ork list. We have an Ork commander allocated. I've played against him myself. He runs a fantastic Ork army. It's one of the Phoenix Swords on the top tier support on channel membership. It's Chris Comiskey. So he's going to be in charge here in this game. I'm going to put him onto the big boss himself. So it's going to go onto Gut Ripper here for this game. And the idea is that you can follow your model around, see what exploits they do or do not to get up to on the battlefield. And then to fight alongside him as sub-commander, it's one of the Autarchs, it's Casper Kempf. And we've put him onto Grog the Whopper here, the boss in Mega Armor. Then to fight on our side is gold level Patreons. We've changed the format for the Patreons. We had limited it to capped it at 5. But we reckon if we pre-allocate the allegiances, speed things up so quick, we can just grab the dice as we need them. It now means that for gold level Patreons, we will be using your dice in every battle report with a name shout out. So previously it was capped at 5 and people have been left out and waiting for their turn to come up. But I don't think that's the best reward for the support at gold level. So everyone's back in and we're using all the dice. But I think things will be quicker with everything pre-allocated. Plenty of Ork players to support me here. So Dave Humphreys, The Near Side, Sparks, Ray Cross, Darth Windu, Midnight Miniatures, Carl Roden, Chris Comiskey, who supports us on Patreon as well, Longbow BB, and Nate Miller are the gold level Patreons. So as you've seen, you can support the channel in different ways. You can get more and more involved in the community. So do join us on channel membership or on Patreon. Links for that below. That's the Orks. We'll take a look at the fists next. So 2,000 points of Imperial fists. The army's 90% done. Just a bit more work to do and it'll be finalised. It's been doing very, very well in games recently. But a fresh challenge here against an Orc force that's eager to get stuck in. Mike Walker in command for this list, and then Anvil Siege Force is the detachment. Going with a siege kind of theme. Hammerfall Bunker. 3 Dreadnoughts, love that combo. We've borrowed one from the Red Scorpions here for this game. 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts with the Macroplasma Incinerators. 1 Brutalis Dreadnought there in the middle. We've got Bikers on the right hand side. So Outriders, squad of 3. Chaplain to join them. They've also been upgraded to take an ATV with a multi-melter. 2 squads of 5 regular intercessors with their bolt rifles. Eradicators, squad of 6 with their melter rifles, and then 2 multi-melters in the squad. 10 heavy intercessors, 2 heavy bolters inside that squad. And then we have 2 captains, Captain Parmenion, the Gravis captain here, and then a second Gravis captain being taken here on the left-hand side. There's a Space Marine or Primaris Lieutenant with a Power Fist and Plasma Pistol also in the list. And then as a temporary stand-in, because it's not in the final list for the fists, is a Tech Marine. He'll probably hang around with the Dreadnoughts to look after those. And then the servo turrets with the las cannon option. 2 of those. Nearly finished this one. I've been doing a bit more work to this one here. So the gun shield is finished and the las cannons are finished on those. Just need to finish that model off. And that'll be those done. So these are on my desk at the moment to get finished, to get the Imperial fists polished off. And then moving on to perhaps another Space Marine chapter, such as the Blood Angels. So that's the list for the fists. And I found that if you need a bit of motivation to get painting with an army, just use it in games and have fun games, and then that'll really motivate you to get back at painting an army. I found that as a really good tip. So just trying to use the Imperial Fist there, and it just spurs me on just to finish the last few models off. So he's going to be dropped from the list to be replaced by something else. There is a final list that's been proposed in an army development video on membership, and you can check out the final list and discuss it there in that video. Commanders and sub-commanders have been allocated. Captain Parmenion across here is going to be one of our Phoenix Lords, Midnight Miniatures. And then Sam Hermes, one of the Autarchs, to be the sub-commander. That's going to go on to the second Gravis captain across here. And then there are 9 gold level Patreons to support Mike here in this battle. Michael German, Sam Hermes, Michael Fryer, Blood Angels Ryan, Plumhammer, Nicholas Lucas, Martin aka Vagabond, Connor Collins, and Chris Heim. So that's the list for the fists. Both armies raring to go. We will take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a scenario. The deployment is sweeping engagement, the mission rule is swift action, and then the primary mission is purge the foe. So for sweeping engagement, we're fighting across the way, but it's like the stepped deployment zone. So the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Orks, and then the Imperial Fist dice, the yellow dice across there, marking the deployment zone for the Space Marines. There's 5 objectives on the board. As per usual, at 1 dead center, just there in the middle of the road. Then 1 on the right-hand side, and then 1 actually inside that ruin across there on the left. Home objective here for the Orks, and then home objective across the other side on top of the platform over there for the Imperial Fists. For swift action, units that advance or fall back are still eligible to perform actions in a turn, so a little bit more flexibility in that regard. And then for the main mission, purge the foe, it's kill more stuff and control more objectives is the basic aim of the game. So for any turn of the game, including turn 1, if you destroy an enemy unit, you get 4 victory points. Then turn 2 onwards, if you destroy more enemy units than the opponent, you get an extra 4 points on top of that. And again, turn 2 onwards, you get 4 points for the control of any objective, and then a bonus 4 points if you control more objectives than the opponent. So destroy more of their units in a turn, control more objectives is the aim of the game here in this scenario. Very fitting, I think, for Orks against Imperial fists. Both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries. So we'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. Right, just to mention the battle mat and the terrain that we're using in this game. I'm going to talk about the ruins in just a moment. There's something special. But for the terrain here, the battle mat is from gamemat.eu. It's the Lost Well battle mat. Gives you that nice grassy effect, then fading through to some sand and fun effects with that. And then running some of the gamemat.eu terrain as well. So it's the industrial terrain set, just running around the edges of this board. Those buildings across the other side. Also from that set. So do check out gamemat.eu for your pre-painted terrain sets from them, and also the battle mats, all shapes and sizes available from them. Link in the video description below. There's also a discount code for 11% off across the store. And then as a unique addition to one of our battle reports here, we're running the Kickstarter set. It's the Ruins of Perdition from Mini Wargaming. They have sent me a set over as a sample here. We've built it up. Painted it up, and we're going to use it here in this game. So, a unique ruin set available from them. It is a terrain set that you can break down, pack away, and then rebuild again. So, modular terrain using a magnet system to stick the pieces together. So, here's some of the bits that I haven't painted up yet. So, they're 3D printed, pre-made, ready to paint. There's no real construction involved. They come with these holes here ready for magnets. And then you can get a hold of your own magnets or get the magnets from them. Then just fill those in. Make sure you get the polarity right. And you get these panels. And it's the columns that join the pieces together. So this goes this way up like so. And then the column goes in here. And it should just click in place like so. Column in place. And then we'll do one here on the other side. You can see the magnets have been put in. Just basically dropping the magnets in to get those in position, and make sure it's the right way up, so that way up. And that just clicks in there like so. If I rotate it a bit more, that'll give me my corner piece, and then you can then do your corners again. See the pieces there with the magnets? And that just slots in there, and then that then gives you your terrain like so. Massive advantages to this. You're able to, once you've played your game, you can break the terrain back down again, flat pack and put it away, and it'll all fit. A whole table's worth of terrain will fit into a medium-sized box or large shoebox kind of size. So really good for transportation, excellent for storage. The other great advantage is every time you build your board, you're going to get a unique setup for your terrain. You can go large ruins, you can stack them up multiple levels, or you can go for smaller ruins, whatever build you want to do. It's fully customizable, as you've seen with the construction. So you get all the walls, panels, columns. They also do the flooring for the different levels as well, as you can see across here. And that all connects in. You just simply use these tabs, and they just go into the tabs just across there. So that's the way the system works. Nice and straightforward, but with some major advantages to it. So this Kickstarter is now live. They have smashed their target very, very quickly. So you can get involved with that. I'll leave a link in the video description below. There's all different bundles and deals that they're offering. This is 3D printed terrain, so you can go for the physical terrain option if you wish. Or you can go for the STLs, and if you're into 3D printing, you actually print the terrain yourself as much as you want. So all different options available. Obviously, they're shipping worldwide with this set as well. And one other thing to mention with this terrain set, the way it's been designed is that it will work for competitive play. It's compatible with the Nexus missions and so on. So they factored that into the design as well. But link below for the Ruins of Perdition Kickstarter for Mini Warhammer. All right, so deployment is done for both sides. Orks have really spread out here and going for a wide pronged attack. The Space Marines spreading out as well. Objectives are spread all the way across here, so really both armies do need to spread out to go after those. So Grog the Whopper in charge of the left. So he's inside here with the Meganobs, inside the battle wagon. Squad of Ork boys backed up with the bikers. So Zogs across here as well. So Orks stacked up quite heavily on their left. Home objective with one gun just behind. Another gun here, another gun here. We can go for the ruin, we reckon. So Killer Cans on the right hand side, and then boys in a truck, Rippa in a truck with the knobs, getting ready to swing around on the Ork right hand side. And then for reserves, a bit more than usual. So Storm Boys, 2 squads of 5. These units are all inside their transports. Death Dread and 1 unit of killer cans. Seems to be when I put them on the board, they get blown away quite quick, so I'll put 1 unit into reserves to walk onto the board. Then round the other side of the table, Imperial Fists stacking up here, heavy intercessors near their home objective. There's a squad of intercessors here as well. Tech Marine and the 2 Dreadnoughts, the 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts fighting side by side. They'll be difficult for the Orks to take on. Bunker in the middle, just with a view out in different directions. Then the servo turrets across here in position, again to lend some firepower support in different directions. And then stacking up on the right hand side and starting on the table this time is the Eradicators, joined by Captain Parmenion. Then also the Bikers are here as well. Interestingly, the Ork Bikers are over that side, so we could see Biker on Biker action. And then in reserve, 1 squad of Intercessors being joined by the Lieutenant, and also the Brutalis Dreadnought, as per usual, in reserve to potentially ambush the Orks. That is deployment done for both sides. So clarifying on terrain, we're both in agreement here. We're going to play this large ruin all as 1 ruin and obscuring. We'll just go by the hard edge, just connecting the corners to each other. Add this square, including the containers, which just give that shape for us as obscuring. This one is obscuring, this structure, those 2 structures at the back, just to make it fair for Mike. Not this, but this shape here, including this piece, is obscuring, but not this one. I'm just going to play that as a regular ruin, and that's just the clarifications for terrain. Some boxes and barrels, barricades spread out across the table. Ready to go. I'm an Ork. I'd like to go first. Space Marines. Ripper's back, and he wants to smash each Space Marine army. We'll work our way through each of them. See if I can get a succession of wins, but we'll see if we can cross this first hurdle here. Imperial Fists have been doing well enough. I'll save the patrons. I think I'm going to need them. Yeah. And I'll roll a Xenos dice. A 1. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Almost got going there. Try again. Here we go. 4. Good. 6. All right. Space Marines will go first. A chance to try and soften up the Orks. We'll go on to turn 1. Imperial Fists will make the first move. Right, so we are on turn 1. Space Marines preparing to move. Secondaries for Mike is containment and marked for death. So 3 units to be picked for destruction. For discount 40k, do check out gamingfigures.com. Link for them in the video description below. It's not just Warhammer that they do. It's paints, accessories, other gaming systems, all available from them. And if you're in the local area, near Middlesbrough direction in the UK, you can pop in and see them. They've got a great shop and gaming setup. And then for painting commission work, we have a new sponsor here. It's Art W Studios. Link for them in the video description below. You can get in contact with them if you're in painting commission work. They have some excellent stuff. We're hoping to feature some of their armies on the channel as well going forwards. So we'll let Mike make his moves here as he pushes towards objectives. I don't know if he will. Proceed with caution, perhaps. All right, so movement complete here for the Imperial Fists. Advancing on all fronts here, really. Both Dreadnoughts moving around. One of them being blessed by the Tech Marine. Intercessors here. Heavier firepower in the middle. Slight bit of movement here with the servo turrets. Heavy Intercessors have captured the central objective, pushing forwards and into the ruins they can see through. And then on the right-hand side, the bikers with their chaplain pushing forwards, and then Captain Parmenion with the eradicators. So bold moves here by the Imperial fists. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. Yeah, I'm predicting possible contact on turn 1. Here, even from the fists, even like there's a bit of a stretch here, but the distance isn't very far at all. So Mike will definitely be looking to soften up the Orks immediately.
Yes.
Okay.
Starting with this.
Yes, crack open the soft trucks. They don't last too long. Oh, Eradicators. We'll check range on this one. So Eradicators, 2 of them are in. It's a stretch for 18 inches, but at least 2 can have a go. And it's melter rifles. Both of them are equipped with, so they're going to get a single shot each.
Yep. 3.
First roll of the day.
I'll save it for now. 3s.
Oh, nice. 2 hits.
Yeah.
Toughness 8.
Yeah, total strength 9, so 3s.
3s to win, rerollable. And both go through. Of course, good dice roll.
-4.
Right. Well, nothing I can do.
Oh, 2d6.
Rerollable. And pop goes the weasel. That was a whatever that was, a 5, I think.
Yeah.
So 8 in total. I think I'm still alive. I think must surely be about 10 wounds. 10 wounds, yeah. All right, 2 wounds left. Actually, we get a 6+ invulnerable save. Okay. I can regain a lost wound. Okay. I think the 6+ invuln saves like the ramshackle old rule, I suppose. So the 5 damage that came through, roll is separate. We've gone and blocked it. And then the 3 damage that came through. Didn't block that. All right. Weird. But I'm glad of that invuln save. Okay.
Yep.
Next up, bikers. There is a multi-melter on the ATV in that squad. Probably go with that first.
You're within 12.
Yes.
So I will have nominate that for devastating wounds.
Devastating wounds, okay.
Yep.
2 shots for the multi-melter.
3s. 1.
Okay. 3s.
What's your toughness?
8.
Oh, yeah, so 3s. Yep.
Goes through. 6+ invulnerable save. No, not this time.
D6.
And 6 wounds caused. That is a brilliant result. You just need to chip off 1 wound and you'll pop the target. And pick up some points as well, actually, for this mission. 4 points available. If Mike can get 1 more wound against this truck, sure he will.
I'm just going to do the chaplain's twin bolt rifle at the same time because
there's no difference, yeah.
No difference, yeah.
3s.
Yep, they're all twin linked, so 3s. That's a lot of 1s and 2s. That's a lot of 1s and 2s.
God, it's like orc shooting. 1/6 will do it. You got devastating wounds, right?
Yep.
1/6 will do.
It's twin linked.
Got it. Yeah. Well done. Do we blow up? And we don't. All right. So we'll disembark here. Truck destroyed. So good enough result. Orc boys scrambling out here and disembarking a bit further forwards. It's a 9-inch charge now, which is quite possible. I've taken those 2 models off. I had to roll for destroyed models and 2 of them were slain. It's still probably going to be a 9-inch charge just to get to the base of that to fight up. So it's not really going to impact Mike's potential charge coming through. I take it that's the flank finished across there. Mm-hmm. The bunker may be redundant for firepower.
It is indeed, yeah.
And so too the servo turrets.
Yep.
Heavy intercessors, though, have pushed into the terrain so they can see through. If Mike wants to go with them, he's got the dreadnoughts stacked up and ready to go as well.
Yeah, I'm going to start with them first.
Okay. Overmoments across here. This truck is very vulnerable. It's got gut ripper and the knobs inside. Not keen on trucks transporting important stuff. It is way too soft, as we shall see.
I'll start with the back one.
Okay. Red Scorpion Dreadnought.
Everything that's got into that truck.
Into the ripper wagon.
Yep. It's not blessed, so it'll be hitting normal.
Now, the survival of that truck may well depend on 2 dice rolls. The D6 shots from each of those macro plasma incinerators.
I'm going to go with Michael German.
Okay, the first Patreon being used.
Right.
D6 shots.
D6 shots. D6 plus 1. 3.
3 in total. Okay.
3s.
Oof.
Yeah. Strength 9.
3s again.
3s. 2s.
Because of oath, yeah, well done.
2. Minus 4.
6s. No.
6 damage.
6 damage taken, 4 wounds left.
And I don't take any wounds for the overcharging.
Yep. Okay, I'm reading Mike's mind here. Ideal situation is Mike pops this in one go to free up the other dreadnought to shoot at the knobs, which would be disastrous for the Orks.
Exactly. Also a Gatling cannon on 3s. Re-rolling.
Oh dear, we're getting pummeled. Rippa won't like this. He won't like being made second class as far as transport's concerned. He's meant to be the big boss in the small in the small wagon. That's not gonna. Because I had swapped it out for the Gorkanaut. As clumsy as that thing is, it is a much better form of protection. But anyway.
It'll be 5s, but we're looking 6s.
1.
1 and 1 dev.
Yes, for cover. Yeah. Okay, 1 more wound taken. Drop it down to 3. Rocket pod, 3 shots.
On 3s. And strength 8, toughness.
8. 4s to wound.
3s.
3s to wound with oath. Nice. And they've all wounded.
These are all -1.
-1 cancels out 4 ups. We still count them if they go outside. So yeah, that one goes through.
2 damage.
2 damage, dropping down to 1 wound left. Truck's not lasting too long. As they shouldn't, they're not that great. Right, heavy intercessors. They're going to offload all of their firepower to try and chip off 1 wound from that truck in the corner. Tactically, it's significant enough. Mike will go the heavy bolters first to see if they can do it.
So these will be 4s. Rerolling because of oath.
Oh yeah. Okay, then add 1 in for sustained. And 5s to wound, 4s to wound.
4s to wound, yep.
Got it.
3. These were -1.
4 ups, 2 go through, target destroyed. Doesn't blow up, and then we'll figure out the mess inside here with the knobs. Alright, so disembarking like so. We took a wound only, so all models are still there, just one of them with 1 wound remaining. Yeah, it's tricky, and I can't declare a war because it's done at the start of the battle round, so I can't now go and call it on my turn, which is tricky enough as well. Mike's got the front Redemptor Dreadnought. I think it's obvious where he's going to go. Firepower, okay. Into the knobs and Gut Ripper. Gut Ripper exposed already here in this game. There's one little rule that can help protect us a little bit for knobs. The boss's lads, whilst the war boss models leading the unit, it's -1 to the wound roll. If the strength of the weapon is higher than my toughness, that will knock off a little bit coming through.
Right, okay.
It might help a bit actually. For example, the Macroplasma Incinerator, right? Strength 9, toughness 5, so 3s to wound.
4s.
And then becomes 4s, so significant enough to help. And it also depends on the single dice roll.
Chris Heim.
Chris Heim for the firepower from this Dreadnought.
Okay, Chris, on you, mate.
3. Average +1 +2. Just for the size of the unit's blast weapon.
2, yeah.
3s for hits.
2s because it's been blessed.
Ah. Good. And 4s to win by our calculations. And well done. Yeah, 4 go through. And again, I don't know why I'm going to check here, but Invon saves. No. And
-4.
-4. Cover.
Cover, yeah.
Yeah, so 6s actually. And we block 1, so 3 go through. We're 2 wounds each, so it's going to kill these straight away. Supercharge was passed, and then Mike will do the rest of the Dakar. So 3 models slain in total.
Yep. 2s.
This is the Gatling weapon.
And then
Strength 6, I think.
strength 5.
Strength 5. Okay, force to win becomes 5s.
What's your
Oh no,
total?
just sorry. No. Stays at 4s.
Yeah. Looking 6s.
Wow.
We got 1 6, and then 2 4 6. No AP.
3s. Ah, whoa, horrific. 6 wounds in total. There's another 3 models slain. That's deadly. There's a medic when you need one. Okay, and then the rest.
Maker's Repopod D3 for 1.
Remember, it's that's 1 shot coming through, and then plus 2.
No,
Blast?
it's not.
Not blast.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
So 1 hit,
A 1 shot. 3 step.
2s.
Yep.
Strength 8, so it'll be
4s.
Nope.
Okay.
And then the grenade launcher D6. 6
Plus
2, yeah.
Yeah, 8 shots.
4 6 8. 2s.
Followed by 5s.
Twin linked.
Very good.
Was a 5 there, yeah. 3
total. And a wound goes through. Okay. Okay. Rippa's in trouble. Remember, Overwatch could be another issue for us to deal with. There's distance between us and the foe. Plus, these Dreadnoughts are very, very tough, and our numbers have been cut right down. It's a very tricky situation for the Orcs on the right-hand side, and they'll be on their own. There's no reinforcements going to arrive on the first turn of the game. So, end of turn. No, it's charges.
Charging, yeah.
Okay. This one across here. We'll let Mike roll up here. See what he gets.
Need a 9. 6.
No, and if he wants to come on re-roll.
Well, I want a measurement first here.
He's just checking over here, but it's too far away to even roll up for just about 13 inches.
You've no do you know what? I want to get on CP. Yeah. I'll do it.
Go ahead. Oh, a 10. We'll take this. I think Mike's made it in. It's a tricky one calling a Warg, because I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, I should have just called the Warg on turn 1. But if you knew that, you would have just held back and created such a distance, I would have wasted it. So it's a tricky one for sure. So now moved up, and then we're going to do a piling move, and then we'll resolve this combat. I think you're high impact on the charge now. They changed the rules.
Yep, +1 strength, +1 damage. Oof. It's been out for a while, but we still have it written on the board.
So he's tapped in. The others are all in base with him, so they're all going to get to fight apart from the ATV.
Yeah, so I'll start with the chaplain.
To be honest, Chaplain and his retinue would relish this fight, to be the first to strike the Orcs.
So needing 2s.
Tip of the black spear here, led by this courageous Chaplain.
Donegal's rat.
I'll zoom into it. It's one of my favourite Primaris models. There he is. As you're riding sideways along the wall and smashing the Orcs asunder.
2s.
I can hear the sound of engines revving here with Zog. Getting ready to counter-attack here.
This is strength 6.
3s to wound.
That'll be +1 for the litany of hit.
Okay.
2s, of course 1. So 2. -1, 2 damage.
6s. Nope. 2 slain. We're up for the fight, so I'm going to take it from the back. Okay. Chainswords next.
4, 4, 4, 12.
Ideal situation is the wipeout, just to get through to the power claw. That's amazing dice rolling, really good. Strength 5, toughness 5.
Yeah.
4s to wound. Okay, looking healthy enough.
Not many.
6.
These are -1, 2 damage.
6s. Block 1. 5 slain. 1, 2, All of them except the knob. So I take it I'm going to fight back here. So, Orc Knob for the squad. He does have a Power Claw, 3 attacks, a hit, and a wound, and it comes with an AP -2. So 1 save of 5+.
Nope.
2 damage, and Mike will probably absorb on the ATV there at the back. Okay, combat resolved, end of turn. So, end of turn, 4 points picked up for a kill point. Mike's made sure he's done that here. He's done it twice, actually, with the destruction of 2 of the trucks. They are very vulnerable. Annoying here for the Orcs, so it's something to think about. So, this is a warm-up game here for the Orcs, just getting their teeth sharpened up a little bit here, thinking about new units, new lists, and so on. So, that's something to think about. Better transportation for Gut Ripper, but that's something for the future. You just have to fight on foot. For now, or catch a lift with someone else. Mike's dumped both secondaries and picked up an extra CP. End of turn. We'll go on to the first turn now for the Orcs, coming up next. So, movement here for the Orcs on their first turn. We've just got to get on with it. We'll do the best that we can. We know that we're outclassed across here, but we'll be punished if we linger in this corner. So, cards drawn. Secure no man's land. Definite incentive for the Orcs to push forwards. We'll pursue the destruction of one of the Space Marine units as well, just to pick up points. Established Locus is the second secondary. That's performing an action in the opponent's deployment zone or in the centre of the board, which I can't really get much to that area at this point. Killer cans are pushed through. We then moved here. We're overwatched by the heavy intercessors. 4 heavy bolter hits came through, just 1 wounded, which we then saved. So no damage, thankfully, for Gut Ripper at this point. The truck then surged forwards and has grabbed the objective on our right. Both guns have emerged to start putting firepower down in that direction. This gun remained where it is. It's got no target. And then tricky one across here. Fouled our battle shock. Gut Ripper and his lads past theirs. Backed out of close combat. Pushed the bikers forwards. Bit of a traffic jam trying to get through on this flank. And then do we go for it or not? We've decided to go for it. So disembarking first. 3, then moving 5 with the Meganobs getting to here. We also played Here We Go on them, which gives us +2 to advanced rolls, which doesn't help in this situation, but +2 to the charge roll for them. We're tempted to maybe go after Captain Parmenion, but it is a stretch to try and reach him. And then the battle wagon moving forwards, pivoting around, getting ready to shoot and maybe charge. We'll see what happens. Orc shooting phase next. Not expecting too much, but we'll take every bit of help that we can get. So we'll start with Gits. These Gits. So we'll do their shooting. We'll look for a suitable Git Patreon. Where's the tower player? He's in it. I think I gave him to you, Connor Collins. That's okay. Anyone else for the tower? Yeah, where are they? Longbow BB. Okay. So we're going to go for D6 shots with blast. It'll be D6 +2. We're going to go into the heavy intercessors. Give them a bit of firepower here. So 5. So 7 shots. Looking for 4s. Grotzuka. Okay. These are coming through at strength 12. Custom mega cannon. Yep. 2's to wound, typical. 2 fouled. 3 go through. AP -1 with cover. 3 ups.
What's the damage?
Damage will be D6.
Okay.
Yeah, D6.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yeah, 3 in total. 3 ups. Mike can shrug most of this off. And the damage. Ooh, splat. Alright, got one of them. One of the big yellow clunking things can go. Okay. Right. Then we'll do a hazardous test. We passed. Okay, we'll change targets. We'll go after the servo turrets across there with this one. So D6 shots. Quite important, this one, actually. We'll go Carl Roden. 3 shots. Name 4s. 2 hits. Toughness.
6, 2s again.
2s to wound. Come on. Yes. AP -1. So we're saying no cover. It's a base of a 2-up save though, so 3-ups.
3-ups.
Ooh, 1 gets in. Come on, reroll.
Nope.
D6. 2.
Down to 4. Can I offer an opinion?
Yeah.
You can re-roll it.
Yeah.
For a CP, or you can keep the CP because
Reroll the charge.
You have laid
That's
up a
very
charge.
friendly advice. I'll take your advice, Mike. Thanks very much. Yes, I may want to reroll charge somewhere on this board in just a few moments. All right, it's a couple of wounds taken on one of the servo turrets. Okay, Grot's got a bit excited there that they thought they might be able to destroy something. So that's those 2 resolved. Yes, okay.
What would you've got?
How many years have I been on this channel? Don't rely on Grots. Don't ever rely on Grots for nothing. Should know that. Just a decade. I still haven't learnt my lesson. They're just the big guns, but yeah, they've got to do something. It's need bigger, clunkier stuff, not Grots. But anyway, we'll press on. We will go for firepower from the battle wagon next. A zap gun. Missed. A lobber. Blast, yes. 6 shots. Nothing. I'm sorry to waste your time, everybody, with this orc shooting. We'll go to the last one we've got left here, which is big shooters, which is going to be 20 shots. Nice lot of shots. Yeah, because they're 3 shots each. They're in range 18. You get rapid fire 2. 5s. Just going to take the hits here. Yeah, it's nearly hit with half. 4s to win. Yeah, we'll force Mike to make 4 saves. No AP minus, but something at least.
Okay. Sorry?
4 saves, yeah. Just damage 1 here, so 3-ups.
4 here?
4, yeah. And the wound sneaks in. Okay, drop it down to 5. Right, 2 wounds caused on them. That came from these with their combi weapons. As devastating wounds, anti-infantry 4+. I thought it was better to go into the infantry across there. So that's all done. We'll definitely do some DACA from here, try and soften up those bikes. 30 shots. My mind's chewing over something. I think I might change the plans here. So anyway, loads of shots, near 5s. I'll take the hits, yeah. Okay, not bad. Pretty much starts to hit average for so many dice. And 4s, right?
Strength.
Strength 5.
Yep, 4s.
DACA guns, just checking. Yeah. Twin linked. Alright, so 7 saves at AP -1, actually. 7 saves at 4+. Not bad. 3 wounds to get through. So dropping down to 2 wounds left on the ATV. It's excellent for absorbing damage. It's keeping the bikers protected. So we're running as Zog as a Death Killer Wartrike. It's got a bit of firepower available. So we'll go with the boomsticks first of all. Crazy dice roll. And it's going to be 4s to win. Yeah, 4 saves of 3+. No AP minus, nope. 3-ups, 2 go through. ATV overwhelmed. The amount of flak that's taken in the game. Then we'll do the Killer Jet Cutter, which is a single shot needing 5. And we missed. And that's it for firepower from the Death Killer Wartrike. Okay, so that's firepower down. Softening up the bikers a little bit, preparing them for a potential close combat coming through. We've done those. Firepower across here next. So my reasoning is I need as much help across here as I can get. So I'm going to forget the idea of trying to do that 8-inch charge and instead go for this one to really try and make an impact across here. That leaves me a spare CP, which I could use for grenades from Gut Ripper squad. So I'm going to pay it. I'm going to take 6 dice. I'm going to hand those 6 dice to Chris Comiskey and ask him for 6 4+. And it ain't bad. He's done 4. 4 mortal wounds on that Dreadnought, softening it up for us. Ripper will be glad. A Comiskey grenade. 8 wounds left. Okay, we'll press on. We do have a bit of firepower available, actually, from the rocket launchers on the killer cans. As the Orks would say, no brainer. Right, okay. Well, people might say that about the Orks, actually. It's obvious. We're not going in there. We're going to go across here. They're AP -2. They're 3 damage, and they're blast. It's just absolutely obvious what we're going to do here. So we're going to offload all that we have of the rocket launchers into those heavy intercessors. And we'll go Dave Humphries for this firepower. It's going to be 3d3 plus 6. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 shots. Could have been better, but we're off. That's not too bad. Blast really does make up for it. We're looking at 4s for hits because it's grots. Just over average. Nice. Be 3s to wound. Yeah. Mike's got cover. So 4 saves of 4+. Each one that goes through will kill a Marine. And he's blocked some dice rolling going well here. 1 goes through, and it's going to destroy one of those models. I was going to say I was rolling too many for blast, but you got a captain in there, so you were bang on 10 models, so we're all good. Okay, so resolve firepower from the occupants, the transport vehicle, Gut Ripper and his lads, and not a scratch or further scratch on that Dreadnought. So all firepower has been resolved. We're going to charges next. There's this one, which I would like to go ahead. We've got no command reroll. We've got these 2. It should go in. I think we'll seal Ripper's fate first of all. So we will charge him straight ahead into that Dreadnought. A 6-inch charge. We'll measure this one. I think he'll do it, but we'll check for sure. All right, so charges have taken place, which they'll have, except one, I guess, with the vehicle. But charged in here, charged here, all fine. Because I have to charge and go base contact, we then have no gap to let him through, so he can't charge. And then across here, Gut Ripper has made it in against the Dreadnought. Yeah, the downside is that Mike has 2 CP, so he can interrupt play. And wherever he interrupts, it potentially is going to hurt. No, it's not. Yes, it will. It will hurt, but we can limit how much it hurts and who gets hurt. I must fight surely with Gut Ripper first. I have to. He's the most vulnerable as he takes on that Dreadnought, and then Mike can distribute his attacks across there if he decides to interrupt play. All right, we'll attack with Gut Ripper. 8 wounds to try and strip away from a Dreadnought. I don't think it can be done, but the Gut Ripper, as we know, can be full of surprises. Okay, we're going to do a correction here. It's significant enough. We've discussed it off camera, and it's fine. We've been going by the Codex. There's an update that's come out from Games Workshop regarding the Orks. Army rule for the Warg. First paragraph, you change it if your army is Orks once per battle at the start of your command phase, not the battle round, so you can react a bit better with the Warg. So Mike was just checking through the update there and he's picked that out. So we've discussed it. We're saying that the Orks are going to go for a delayed Warg, if there is such a thing. So it is kicking off here on the first turn of the game. I'll just keep reading it just in case they've limited it. Let's do so to start the next command phase. Yeah, so it's going to last from my turn through to the end of Mike's next turn, or to the start of my next turn. So it'll apply next turn for Space Marine turn 2. It's not going to affect too much. It means Gut Ripper's going to get some more attacks for his bonus, and there may be some bonuses across here as well, plus the general rule for the Warg, which is an extra attack plus 1 strength. And so on. So it's going to help out the Orks a bit. It means we're using it up straight away, but Space Marines came towards us, so the Warg has been declared. Fine, so I'm going to stick to... Nothing's really changed. We threw grenades here anyway, so we wouldn't have advanced. That's fine. We shot with those weapons, so we wouldn't have advanced. So nothing's really changed as far as movement's concerned around the board. But we'll pile in here with these attacks and go after this Dreadnought. So, something else to note here, good gamesmanship from Mike. He didn't have to tell me. He was checking through the rules and then called it out as soon as he saw it. So, fair play. And it means we can note that for future games with the Orks, and that's why we're doing these practice battles, just to get things like this correct. So, for all of those that submitted comments, you can now delete them. We've actually picked up on that rule mid-game, and at a point where it hasn't really affected the game too much. The Warg is in play. We've made our piling move. We're now going to attack with Rippa, and we've fancy our chances, maybe, being able to do something. And I'm just also thinking Mike's got the 2 CP for interrupt play, which means there shouldn't be Armour of Contempt headed our way.
It's going to be Armour of Contempt.
It is going to be Armour of Contempt, so because the interrupt would have been better across that. Okay, so Armour of Contempt is now being used, which is going to chip off at what part of the AP minus coming through, which is significant enough for sure. Okay, so we'll start with Gut Ripper. Power Claw, 4 attacks. 4 attacks bonus for the Warg, and then +1 because it is a Warg. I believe that's the way it works. He goes up to strength 11. And, oh yes, the Raycross dice for this. 2s for hits. 6s are good. Okay, 2 misses, which can go back in for our Warhorde detachment. And 3s to win. All right, happy enough with that. 7 saves at AP -1 in total. 7 saves of 3+. It's an important enough dice roll.
What's the damage in this?
Damage 2, but it's Redemptor, so it's going to be just damage 1.
Oh, 3 damage taken.
3 go through. Okay, so damage has begun, dropping down to 5 wounds left. Down to the knobs now with their power claws. See if they can chip any more wounds away. So knobs, 3s to hit. No. Power claws is 4s. So there'll be 3s to hit them. Thanks to the Ripper.
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you like the tray? You can really throw the dice quite hard, and it doesn't matter whether it contains them quite nicely. So 2 bonus hits come through. Strength 10.
4s.
We're not going to do it. No, it's physically not enough wound. Well, no. 7. 7 at -2, -1. 7 saves of 3+. No, it's bang on average. 2 more wounds to come through. That Dreadnought will now drop to 3 wounds left. It will get to strike back. Good attempt, though, from the Ripper and his lads. If we had a full squad, it could have been a different story. Something else about trays, I don't know if you notice this when you play games as well. If you're tuning in, you should get 1 each.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know in the comment section if you like the idea of Striker Scorpion 82 and also Heated Battle TV. We could see if we can maybe get some dice trays made up. People have been asking for years, actually, but that would be nice to have here in our games, but also make them available for everybody else. I'll go with these first. I think it's the correct course of action. All right, so Death Killer Wartrike, Snagger Claw is 4 attacks, +1 for the Warg. Leading 3s. Do you know what? He's leading the unit. Could be +1 to hit rolls. It is. And we're going to commit to a friend. We'll go to the near side for these attacks. Okay. And then we'll have 1 back in for sustain. And we could be up to a high strength here. Yeah, strength 11. 2s to wound. All right, those go through. And these are AP -2. Ouch. So 4 saves of 5+. Chopping 3 bikes. All we do, 2 bikes will be dropped. That is good nipping. Okay, add the knob with a power claw. 4 attacks. That's a miss, then comes back in. 2s to wound. Good for him. 4 come through. I would say 2 saves at 5+ to start off with. The lone biker. He's been chopped, and then 2 saves of 4+. This is Butcher's work here. Saves 1. Okay, so 2 wounds taken on the chaplain. The Orks are working their way through this quick enough, and then we'll go for bikers. One of them's out of it. One's already been with the power claw, and then 4 remain. So they're just carrying big choppers. So it's going to be 12 attacks in total. It's 4 lots of 4. Twos. Take away the 1s. Add them back in for the 6s. I think it's going to be 4s to wound. Base of a strength 4 and +1. And it's going to be lots of 3-up saves then on this champion. Do you know what? AP -1. It is, yeah. So 4-up saves it will be. Just a little bit of nip. With that, 10 saves of 4+. Chaplain's in trouble. He's about to go down here. Bikers surging their way through.
10 4-ups, yeah.
Yeah.
Damage.
Damage 1.
Dead.
Just about. Valiant attempt.
Yeah.
But 4 wounds taken. All right. Target destroyed. Yeah, okay. So these can't move because there's nothing for them to push into. There's no objective nearby. But because these made a charge, I can activate them. And then there's no piling move, but I can consolidate because I can get within range of the objective. So that's worked out quite well. We've managed to get ourselves onto that no man's land objective, temporarily, at least. One thing left to do. Dreadnought striking back here against Gut Ripper's squad. We do pick up a 5+ invulnerable save for the Warg. 5 attacks. Could be -1 to hit rolls for your damage.
What am I down to?
3 wounds left.
Yep.
Okay.
On 4s. Yeah, 2 hits.
2 hits come through. 2s to wound, surely.
No. Have you not got a thing?
Yeah, okay. -1 to the wound roll. 3s to
Yes.
wound. Oh, it saves us
yeah.
on 1. And an invuln save to block, which we don't. We'll lose 1 model. Okay, at end of turn. All in all, not too bad here for the Orks. Almost brought the Dreadnought down, survived quite well. Got ourselves onto that objective, got ourselves onto this one. So the 2 prongs have countered the Space Marines effectively enough. 4 points coming through for destroying an enemy unit, and then 5 points for secure no man's land. We've dumped established locus and picked up the bonus CP. End of turn, still to play for here. Orc counterattack off to quite a good start. They used up their Warg though, but I think the timing for it was correct. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Space Marines. Both armies heavy enough on reserves. We'll see how those are employed in this battle going forwards. Turn 2 for the Space Marines next. Right, turn 2 here for the Space Marines. I think Mike's looking to dig in and repulse the Orks to form like a yellow line across here, but not back line. Hold the line, middle of the board. Cards drawn is no prisoners, so destroy enemy units, which there's an incentive to do anyway for the mission. Assassination, try and hunt down and destroy an enemy. Sad. Make the Eldar weep. Assassination. Go after Gut Ripper. Backing up with the Dreadnoughts. Intercessors pushing forwards. Blessing him, I would imagine, just for his firepower coming through. So we're going to try and halt the Ripper on this side to blunt that prong, that horn of the Orc attack. Holding firm. They'll gain heavy for sitting still. Mike's pointed the guns across here. We're in the ruins. Mike can shoot in and take on the Meganobs. As predicted, Captain Parmenion and the Eradicators moving in to try and blow the Orcs away. Clear and hold that objective. I should never report the movement for the bunker. It sits where it is. And then any reserves coming in?
No. 2
options. A small squad of intercessors with a lieutenant, and then the Brutalis Dreadnought, which Mike has decided to hold with. All right, interesting. Movement phase not quite finished. Move and counter move here. So I'll zoom right in. There's Gut Ripper. There's the 2 Dreadnoughts. The one on the right fell back. To reinforce them with decent bolter firepower, the squad at the back has turned up just over there. So intercessors with the lieutenant. I think Mike's intent is to clear Gut Ripper out of the way and then use the heavier guns further off in this direction. In response, and concealed and hidden away from the Red Scorpion's Redemptor, the Death Dread has turned up across here to lend some kind of support on this flank. It's got itself nicely up the board, just over 9 inches away from enemy units. he'll look at Gut Ripper. Well, how long Gut Ripper stays there, we'll have to see. Shooting phase next for the fists. Okay, firepower started. Start with the Tech Marine. He's taking out one of the knobs of his firepower coming through.
Yeah, and then the unit at the back with the lieutenant.
Ah, the reinforcements, the intercessors.
Yeah. So 4 of them. 16 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s and 6s are lethal.
Oath of Moment, by the way, is on the Mega Knobs. Because Mike's going to try and blunt both prongs, yeah?
Oh.
Both horns of the buffalo.
Try. That was 2 lethal. And then 5s.
5 swings, yeah.
So 3 -1.
And no cover. Mike's position in the way where there's no cover. And we do have no cover. And those 3 go through. Another knob slain. He's getting through to the Ripper here.
Yep, and then the grenade launcher.
A wound left on another. Okay.
Yeah, crack. Lethal.
Ouch. -1?
It's -2, but you have a 5+ on phone for the wide, don't you?
I do. Thanks again. Blocked. Yeah, so we're going to go on to the next squad that pushed through.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Mike's going to go with the bolt of firepower first, then save the crack shot for Ripper.
Yeah. Well, in a way, I'm sort of hoping I don't kill him.
Oh. That's nice to hear.
I kind of do need to kill him, though. Yeah. I was trying to move block.
Okay. Whoa.
It's a shame.
Shame Lieutenant wasn't with them.
Yeah.
Okay, and looking at 5s to wound. And 3. Fouled them all. That's 2 wounds on Ripper himself. 4 wounds left. 1 crack shot. Here it comes.
Nope.
And missed. Alright, it's going to take something else to get the Ripper out of the way. Okay, so he's not going to shoot a Ripper. Everything the Dreadnought has. He's going to try and crack this open. So it's D6 time.
Yep, Sam.
Sam Hermes. Mike saved a Patreon for this one. D6 plus 1 shots. And there it is, the 6. So 7 shots.
2, 4.
And blessed.
7, yep.
Oh no, 2s. All good. 3s to wound. Ooh, 4. Invuln saves. None of them dead. Doesn't blow up. We'll figure out the mess. Alright, so the situation looks like this. Disembarking and battle shocked onto the objective. The downside is heavy intercessors may well be used to gun them down to clear me off that objective.
Yeah.
Which would be a good enough move.
I'm going to try and start with these 2 into here first.
Right, so we have the servo turrets going into the Mega Knobs.
Yeah. One, 2, so 4 shots.
Okay.
Hit on 2s, re-rolling.
This is for Oath.
Yep. Strength 10.
Toughness, do you know what? I'm going to check here. Maybe toughness 6. They are toughness 6.
So 3s.
3s to wound.
Twin linked.
Oh. Okay.
4.
-3.
-3.
-2. For cover. 4 ups. Yeah, start on 2s. We do block 3. And we'll leave it at that.
6 plus 1.
So 5 wounds. And we'll try and feel no pain this. And we don't know, he's well and truly been slain. So we'll lose that model there. Alright. Next up.
4, 6.
This is the bunker.
Yep. The heavy bolter. 3s. Re-rolling these 2.
Let's throw for the moment.
And then
Add 2 in.
2 in, yeah.
5s to wind.
Twin linked.
6. 2 ups.
2 ups, yep.
Blocks all of those. Ting, ting, ting.
Super crack on 3s. 2 hits. 3s. 2 wounds. -2 to -1.
3 ups. Ooh, 1 sneaks in. Yeah, I can't justify a command reroll. No, go ahead.
D6 +1.
4 wounds. Ah, nearly feel no pain. Nearly. Okay, it's another 1 slain. 2 Magnobs down. Good enough. Still got the Eradicators to put their shots into them.
The idea was to try and put them into...
Oh, the Vessel Wagon.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 0 CP with the cap, or reduce it by 1 for grenades.
Right.
Yep, and they have the grenades. I had to make sure they had the grenade keyword.
Yeah, handy enough. 6 dice, Steam falls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Epic
Connor Collins.
combination here. And a Patreon being used as well.
Yeah, Connor Collins. So 4.
2.
Just a 2.
2 wounds taken, feel no pains. Block 1 of them. Oh, 1 wound taken. Alright, dropping down to 2 wounds left. It's our toughest starters now's unit that we have.
Yeah. And unfortunately our class is a vehicle or a monster.
Yeah, they really, Eradicators really do suffer when they're not up against monsters and vehicles. Mike could shoot into Meganobs, or there's the vehicle to deal with. Yeah, Mike could do something to combat this. Remember, he's got Oath of Moment, so he's going to get the full reroll, and he's paying a CP for Battle Drill Recall, which will give him sustained hits on 6s. So you can go fishing, and you could put a decent volley into those Meganobs. You've got Melter Range as well, so I'm taking it's going to be D6 +2 on the damage to bypass our Feel No Pain. All right, it sounds like a really good idea.
So we've got...
So 4 Melter Rifle, 4 multi-melter shots.
Yeah. So these will be on 4s.
Rerolling.
Rerolling.
Now for the reroll.
Yeah.
2 hits. Okay. Could have been worse. Okay. 3's to wound. No. Okay. 4 multi-melter shots. Better. Reroll that one. It's good recovery. That was a 6. It's fine.
6. So
Add that one in. Add another one in. So you've got 5 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Just 3.
3. -4. Cover. 5 ups. And 5 up invuln save anyway. Do block 1. 2 go through. D6 +2 each time.
So first one.
Okay, 5, so 7.
Oh.
And 1. So try and feel no pain. This guy's wounded already. Nope. And then 3 wounds in total on the other. We do feel no pain too. So I'm going to keep that 2 then, put it over onto him, take that model off like so. Right, still an Orc presence there. Mike does have control of that objective, but Grogdawappa and a couple of his bodyguard models still remain. Bit of Daka from the captain.
Yeah. 3 shots on 2s. Rerolling.
Yeah.
So sustained hits.
Oh, he gets it as well, yeah. He's doing his bit. So, to resolve a bit off camera, as Mike's on +1 to the wound rolls for Oath of Moment. We've gone back through the footage. 2 wounds should have gone through. And it's resulted in the death of another knob. 1 survived. Command re-rolled a fail because I wanted to try and keep at least 1 model alive out of that squad for potential close combats, which we passed, roll a 6. And then Mike wounded me with the captain and failed to save. Number of wounds come through, but failed to save, taking him down to 2 wounds left on 1 Mega Knob left. Firepower there resolved. I think that's everything against them at least. We'll press on to more shooting here for the fists.
We'll just go down to one of them guns or something.
Yeah, so those are going to shoot down here. They can't see through the ruin. The ones that are in the ruin can see through onto Gut Ripper. So everything will go into him. Mike's got to do it. It's assassination and a kill point as well, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to see this as 2 heavies. Right,
Yeah. 6 shots with heavy bolters.
6. This is going to go on to Michael Fryer.
Michael Fryer for the firepower. Yeah.
Yeah. So these have remained stationary. So they'll hit on 3s. Sustain hits 1. And like a +1 to the wound roll because they are heavy for the detachment.
Very good. Yeah.
3s.
Okay, 3 hits.
Strength 5.
Toughness 6, I think. Yep, toughness. No, toughness 5. So 4
Fours,
swing,
threes.
3s. Yeah.
2.
-1, +1. No. You're shooting me. No, I don't get the cover because I'm not in it. So no. 1 is saved though. 5 plus 1 will save. So 1 goes through. Damage 2.
Yeah.
Down to 2 wounds left. He's nearly gone. Mike's nearly got him. Okay. 3 regular heavy intercessors.
Yeah. These hit on 2s. Still roll 1. And then these will be 3s. 3.
Yeah, 5 ups. Oh, God, and the damage 2. Rippa died. Well, no, he didn't die. He ducked and then did a headbutt straight through the door of that lower container. And then he'll live to fight another day. He may get shipped off somewhere else by accident, but he'll turn up again. We'll see him again, perhaps in a better form of transportation, I would imagine, next time around. The Ripper's gone. The right-hand side, well, it's not cleared away. We've still got units here, but they are leadless at this point. Just a couple of Orks and Gits over on this flank. Now, I know where he's gone. He's not hopped in there. Look on the shoulder of the Death Dread. It spells R-I-P-P-A. Ripper. He's opted inside the Death Dread. That's where he's gone. He's gone for a Dreadnought upgrade. 1 against 2. Well, that's where he is. Piloting. He's probably just hopped in the hatch at the top, sat on top of the Git that was piloting, and then he'll take over. But anyway, I'm distracting Mike. Mike's trying to think about what to do next. He's cleared Gut Ripper out of the way. Shooting is finished.
Yeah, everything's shot. Yeah.
Right, charges. If Mike wants to attempt any, I think he'll probably go in here against Grog the Whopper. But does he attempt any charges here? Okay, the Red Scorpion Dreadnought's 11-inch charge. May as well give it a go. No. Okay. Intercessors then?
Yeah, what do they need? They need a 9.
9-inch charge, okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh boy, they rolled a 10. In they go.
Yeah.
And try and take on the Orks. Yeah, well, the Sergeant's got a Power Fist, so they may well be able to fight well enough. And they've got fights first for charging in. So they get to strike first against the Orks. Interesting. Oh, the interesting stuff. Mike's fighting. We're fighting in the ruin. I can't get into it with these units. So that's going to be an issue for us. But anyway, this charge has gone ahead. Mike's free to fight wherever he wants. We can't interrupt play. We don't have the points for it or CP. So Mike can fight first at will.
Yep, we're going to go Morton Vagabond.
Okay, Vagabond attacks with Captain Parmenion.
Yep.
Oof.
1, 2.
This is a good show here for the Space Marines. You need discipline to withstand an Ork attack. So far, the Imperial Fists are doing okay. They haven't really lost too much. As the Bikers wiped out across here, their over-enthusiastic surge ahead. It was caught in a, I was going to say crossfire, but in a close combat between 2 Ork commanders over here. Okay. Captain Parmenion first? No, he's going to use the regular Eradicators.
Yeah, and hopefully
get past the bodyguard.
Yeah.
3s.
3s, reroll.
Because of Oath of Moment. Okay. Okay, they've struck their target.
And then
+1 to the wound roll, which would be very useful.
Yeah, well, it's strength 4,
So 5s becomes
4s.
4s to wound.
Not many. 2, 4, 6,
7.
7.
Block them all.
Oh, good.
Mega armor holds. It's down to Captain Parmenion now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy, got a fight on his hands.
Far fist. 2, 4, 5.
3s or 2s? 2s.
Rerolling. There we go.
Okay.
2's to wound then, is it?
Yeah, surely.
Strength 8.
Yep. 4.
Yeah.
Come on, reroll. Nice. So it's 5 now to make. Just checking, see what we got here. All right, so AP minus 2. 4 up saves then. Oh, we blocked them all except 1. We blocked all except 1. Damage 2. I've got 2 wounds left. Feel no pain. No, I got him. It's Meganom slain. Gah. Okay, Grog remains though. We'll move on. I can't fight yet.
Well, I still have a relic blade to hit you with.
Oh, do you? A relic blade strike. It's 3 attacks. 2 attacks.
Strength 5.
+1 to wound. 4s.
4s.
2 wounds, of course.
-2, 2 damage.
-2. Blocks both. Okay. Right, next. Intercessors fighting across here. The 3 attacks, they piled in. 3 attacks with the fist. And there'll be 12 attacks with the others.
3s. Nicholas Sluggers.
This is an important one.
Yep.
Fight for the objective.
2.
3s to wound. No. Uh-oh. And then 12 attacks with the regular Marines. Combat blades drawn. Orcs grinning with excitement to have Space Marines run into them. And 5s to wound.
2.
Oh yeah, 5s to wound. Blocking. No, slaying 2. Well done. I might be able to wrestle OC control across here if I can kill 1 Marine. 4 attacks because the Warg's still on. 4s. Ugh, 2 hits. 2s to wound. 1 wound comes through. AP -2. 1 save of 5+.
Nope.
Got him. Okay, damage 2. So Marine slain. Then we have 4 others. 4 attacks each. Don't have anyone with them, these boys, so just hitting on 3s. Well, that's not bad, and we'll add in 3 bonus hits. And then we'll go to 3s to wound. Bit of a punch back here from these. 11 saves of 4+, AP -1. Good chopping, lads. Ouch. 1, 2, 3.
And a bit.
Yeah, 3 more models slain. That means there's going to be 1 model left on a wound. Ouch. Next up, Grog the Whopper. Chance to swing back. It's a lot for us to try and get through. 4 attacks with the huge chopper. Extra. Oh, come on. Extra something. No. Nothing. Just Warg +1. Just 5 attacks by the looks of it. 2s though. 6s are great. Missed with 2. I was going to say 2s to win. It might not be. Because we're... Yeah, strength 13. 2s. Yep, they go through. These are AP -2.
3, 5 ups in.
Ups. And they're 3 damage a time because on the warg it's damage 3 instead of damage 2. Cool. 1 swing of the axe, he's cut down half the squad. The bold-headed guys are the melter guys, just for your reference. That's it. Yeah, Mike will choose to keep the multi-melters alive. Yeah, okay. 3 melter rifles brought down. Not bad. Good counterpunch there from Grog the Whopper. End of turn. Can you update the score? All right, it's end of turn 2 here for the Space Marines. Points coming through. Really good. 2 lots of 5 for no prisoners and assassination. Mike's kill tally is 4 units, so I've got to try and equal that. Or beat it to try and pick up our bonus points. 4 points for the control of objectives. 4 points for destroying enemy units. Puts Mike on a total of 22 points. 22 points to 9. Space Marines have got themselves a stride ahead. Orcs have a turn in hand. We'll go on to their turn 2 next. Alright, so movement here for the Orcs on turn 2. Extend battle lines. So hold the home objective and then grab one of the no man's land objectives. Certainly going to go after that one. Overwhelming force. Destroy enemy units on objectives. So kill stuff on objectives, which we're going to go for as well. Orcs not totally out of this. We've got a few options here. Death Dreads move round. He's dangerous enough. Remaining close combat across here. We've pre-discussed that we can walk through these ruins okay, as long as it's not going through like the big solid walls here on this terrain. So we are pushing through with the killer cans to go after the heavy intercessors. Reversing up the road using our mirrors to make sure we don't smash into anything. Heading off in this direction, trying to reverse charge into those potentially. Guns happy to sit and shoot different targets. Emerged with these to shoot into there. Grog the Whopper's backed out of close combat. He was overwatched but wasn't hit by the Eradicators. And then we've turned up here as reinforcements with the killer cans. Lone Knob could be dangerous enough with a Power Claw. And the Bikers can't go in there. So we've advanced. Rolled a 6. They boosted 18 inches up the board. We've kept the 2 Stormboy squads off. And I was going to say end of movement, but is...
No, with no CP. Sure,
no CP.
I got carried away.
Okay, so the Brutalis will remain off the board for turn 2 at least. We're going to shooting phase next for the Orcs. So before I forgot, pistols in there. They missed. We'll now turn to Grots. We'll pick a Grot. Sparks can be in charge of Grot gun firepower. So Spark Git. Yeah, for firepower. We're going to go down here with this one. I'm going to go into those opposing, highly developed, nice yellow guns across the other side. We're going to fire here with the little Gits to try and bring them down. So first one, D6 shots. For 6. Good Gits. Well done. Looking for 4s. Good again. And we'll roll our wounding. They've all wounded. AP -1 in the open. 4. 4 saves are 3+. Trouble here. Oh, it's blocked enough. Oh, 1 goes through. Come on. Yes, 6. Ooh, popped a gun. Calm down, lads. Whee! I was replacing the painted one. That's fine. Okay. And then we'll rinse and repeat with the next gun. Again, Spark Git in charge. 3 attacks this time, named 4s. They've all hit. 2 wounds. 3 ups. Can the dream become a... 1 goes through. 3. 3.
Down to 3.
Oh dear. If I had more respect for the Gits, I'd command reroll that. If I had of command rerolled, I thought we've got 5. How many wounds those things got?
They are 6 wounds.
6 wounds. Cool. We needed 6. All right. Okay. Happy enough though. Good shooting with those. We'll go now with this one then into Captain Parmenian's squad. Number of shots. Ooh. 6 shots. The Grots are on fire. I'll keep that in mind. To get the Gits going, need sparks. 4s. 2 wounds because it's strength 12.
Yep.
-1+1. 3 ups. got in there. And 5 wounds. We've popped one of the eradicators. Okay, model slain. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Now, thing is with sparks, can we keep the heat away? Okay. We're okay, and we're okay. All right, well done, Grot Guns. That's quite a turn up there. I'm going to zap it. We'll put all the firepower into that gun. Single shot needing a 5 or a 6. Zapped, got it. We can finally check the profile. Right. Anti-vehicle 4+.
Yep.
Damage, strength is D6 plus 6. I don't think I've ever rolled this up before. Right, so strength 9. So 3 to wound. Yes. AP minus 3. 5 damage.
Yes!
God. I should just be allowed to have that because it's the first time it's actually hit. We'll do the rest of the firepower. Almost zapped the turret. So resolve the lobber and all the Daka and a wound snuck through. So dropping down to 2 wounds left on the servo turret. Right, we'll go with these. We'll put our shots into the Redempt, the yellow one. We can see it. So we've checked line of sight and that's all fine. Rocket launcher, strength 9. No, we'll go into heavy intercessors. We'll play the objective games. We'll go into the heavy intercessors. So 3d3. So that's 6, 8 shots. Plus 3 for blast. 4s, and this is the Nate Miller dice. This one. 4s for hits. Come on, Gits. I tell you, Gits are winning the day here for the Orks. Well, in their minds they are. We're going to go for 3s to wound now. Come on. Yeah, not bad. Okay, minus 2. Mike's going to take cover. So 6 saves of 4+. This could be ouchy if this gets through. It's good rolling. Well done. But damage 3. 2 slain. Michael take from the front just to extend our charge. So little legs will have to carry them a little bit faster. Okay, but 2 of those heavy intercessors brought down. And I think we're on to the bikers. Yes, a bit of drive-by shooting with them next. So shooting with the bikers. There's a hit to come through with the Killerjet Cutter. So we roll a 5, and then we're looking at 3s to win. No, it doesn't go through. Okay, then we'll go for the boomsticks. 5s. And no wound. Yeah, because they're gravis on this. It's strength 5, toughness 6. And then we'll go with the biker shots coming through, which they get for the twin Daka guns. 5 attacks each. So that's half of them. And then 5, 5, 5. So we're looking at 5s. Okay, and then we're just going to take away the misses. I was going to say for most 40k players, you take away the misses. But it's much quicker to pick up the hits for Orks because they're just not that great. 5s to wound. Ooh. Whoa. Do I linked? Whoa. -1/+1 for cover anyway. 8 saves then of 3+. Might be able to chip away a little bit here. 3 wounds get through. Yeah, another one of the eradicators brought down. All right, so shooting phase finished. Charges next. It's Grots again, right? Grot unit potential charge. Grot firepower's been good. Grot unit potential charge. And then Grot unit, or Grot with a Rippa on top for a charge across there. We're going to charges next here for the Orks. So it's a 9-inch charge with the cans. And it's a 9 we get. We'll move them in. Killer cans have broken into that ruin. Off to a great start here. We'll try and charge with this knob. He's up for it. He's got a 9. It's easily 9. So he'll go in there against the captain. See if we can keep this momentum going. We'll charge with the back end of a battle wagon. And it goes off on a 9 as well. Okay. I think I can spin him around for...
Yeah. You only have to pay for the one pivot.
Right. Okay, empty battle wagon goes in. We'll charge of these. Come on, just don't trip up. 6 will do, so cans go in. And then last but not least, we'll do the Rippery thing. We'll charge both. That's stupid though, isn't it? Well, I think I'd have to charge both. No, we could just charge the yellow one. Calm down, calm down. Just charge the yellow. And a 6, that's going to put him in. Do you know what? I should have gone with my Orky instinct. I should have charged both. Because I should have tank shocked one and then smashed the other one.
Well, what did you roll? 6?
6, yeah.
So you could end up here and tap that as well.
What, roll it round?
Well, you don't need to roll.
No. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I can't do it with a single model. I'd be tapping one in. And once I tap you in base, I can't then roll the model around. I know what you're saying, Mike, but I don't think I can do that. Okay. Well, no. There's a quirk in the rules here. I'm just going to capture my thoughts on this one. So if I go in, right, and I make contact with you, I then play the tank shock roll.
Yeah.
I then roll up. Let's say I destroy you. When I come round, and then I sit where I am, but then when we come around to activating units, you activate a unit that's in base contact or has made a charge. If I then activate him, I could then pile in and fight.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let us know in the comment section if that's wrong. I think that's correct. You think that's...
Yeah.
Mike's happy enough as well. All right, so we will proceed then with the potential of going into the other Dreadnought. But to do that, we must destroy you with Tank Shock. Otherwise, we can't do it. In which case, we need to know toughness. It's toughness 9. So 9 dice and even 5s. If ever needed Patron, it's now. Oh, Orc Player. Midnight Miniatures.
Oh, midnight. Yes, he'll do it.
3 die. I need 3 5+s for the Rippa Revenge Dream to happen.
One. Oh.
1. Okay, take 1 wound. Oh,
These
no.
ideas are great at the time.
It's a great idea. If I had to use the dark side of the Force, the Darth Windu Patronic dice, I would have done it. How do I know which Patreon to pick? I picked the Orc Player, but I should have turned to the dark side of the Force. All right, so 1 Patreon left. All charges have gone ahead. We cannot complain. No interrupt plays can take place, I don't think, in which case we'll go to the Ripper Dread here and do our attacks. So I think we get 7. You get base of 4, you get an extra 1 attack. For each extra Dreadclaw, we have 3. So 7 attacks.
Do you get any on charge?
Not now, no. You do have to take a battle shock test, though, weirdly.
No. Fine.
Passed. Okay. So, 3s to hit. All right, then. Fair enough. We'll use the Darth Windu dice for these attacks. 3s. Oh, I got it the wrong way around, man. Got it the wrong way around. Sustained. Now, I'm sorry about this. I've got 4 hits, right? If I had done it the other way around, the Midnight Miniatures attacks on melee. Yeah, no, it's okay, sorry. Okay, so 4. We're trying to wound here on 3s. Strength 12. Just the 2 go through. Oh, boy. AP -2. 4 ups.
4 ups?
Yep.
Oh.
1 goes through.
What's the damage?
How many wounds left?
3.
And it's damage 3. So we
Just the damage
got
3,
him. Yeah. Does it blow up?
Nope.
Does not. All right. Dreadnought destroyed. We won't pile into the other. We'll just stand and face off between those 2 over on that flank. Very interesting. We'll go the Death Roller next on this battle wagon. 6 attacks. Need 3s. And then add that back in for sustained. 3s to wound. Yep, 4. 4 come through. And it's going to be AP -1. 3 go through. Damage 2. It's enough to slay a model. And then put 1 on a wound left. Okay, managed to run one of them over. There's a couple of other weapons on this thing. It just says you can take them. They're extra attacks. So we'll do a grabbing claw. Next. 2 hits. 1 wound comes through. And AP -2. 2 damage.
Yep.
We grabbed 1. And then a wrecking ball. Hits, I think. Yeah, needing a 4. 3s to wound. Failed. Okay, big wrecking ball swinging around, but fails to make contact. We'll go on to the Grots next with their attacks. So 9 attacks in total. Needing 4s. Yep. And then we need 3s. Yep, 3 go through. And that's going to be AP -2. And each one is 3 damage. Well done. Block 2. So 1 more slain. Heavy intercessors, the numbers being thinned, but there's still a presence of them there. And may well be enough to still retain control of that objective. So I think Mike's, he's going to retain this. OC of 5 for me. Mike's got 3 models in range. They're OC 2 each. Right, across here. Right. We'll go with... It makes sense to go with the Grots first. So 9 attacks. Name 4s. Wow. Grots. 3s to win. Yeah, 5 saves. -2.
On here, yeah.
Yeah, 1 at a time just until you get through to your Captain's Invon. 5 saves. So, first one, Bodyguard. And he's damage 3.
Yep.
And now it's 4+ invulnerable saves on Captain Parmenion. Oh, block all except 1. I think there's something about your damage. Yep. -1 damage or half damage?
I think it might be half damage.
2 wounds taken then.
Half the damage, yeah.
Yeah, so 2 wounds taken. And then we'll attack with a knob. 2 hits becomes 2 sustained. And 4 wounds, would you believe? 4 ups. 2 get in. Damage 2. Halved. 2 more wounds coming through.
Down to 2.
Down to 2 wounds left. He does survive, but he's heavily surrounded here by Orc units. End of our combats. Mike can now strike back with the Lone Marine across here, actually, in the correct order. Power Fist, 3 attacks.
2 hits.
2 3s to wound.
1.
No, model slain. We'll fight back. 3 hits. Just the 1 wound. -2.
Yep.
Got him. All right. So objective cleared. Mike's going to fight back here to try and bring down. All the attacks are going to go into the Orc Knob just for a kill point here.
4 hit.
Nice. 3s. Whoa.
1.
Quadruple 1. Failed and dead. Okay. Alright, so we've pressed on the rest of close combats. Attacking back here. 2 wounds caused on killer cans, fighting in amongst the ruins. No further damage or any damage coming through against the battle wagon. And that's it. So end of turn. Points coming through for the Orcs. Pretty good, actually. 4 points destroying enemy units. 4 points for objectives. Then 4 points... 5 points for overwhelming force, and 5 points for extend battle lines. Taking the Orcs to 27, Mike then got more kill points than us this battle round, so he got a bonus 4, taking him to 26. So very, very close this battle so far. Orcs have countered well enough. They've cleared this objective that's held quite thinly, but they've pushed beyond it across here. They're now fighting for control of the central objective. And then across here, in a major turnaround, Orcs look set to dominate this objective, held only by Captain Parmenion at this stage. Tactically, Orcs looking strong enough. Casualties are beginning to mount for the Space Marines. All casualties are heavy enough as well, but Space Marines starting to lose a fair number of bodies with just the one Brutalis Dreadnought to arrive. We've gone to the third turn of the game here for the Space Marines as they desperately fight on. Turn 3 here for the Space Marines. Bring it down, destroy something big. There's plenty of options. Overwhelming Force, which is destroy enemy units on objectives. If you enjoy our games, you want to see more, we do have bonus content. It's over on YouTube channel membership, or it's here on YouTube. Just when you join up, you can then unlock the bonus videos that we have. The latest video is a bit of a celebratory one. It's a big push battle report coming to the end of the line for that mini-series, which is the push for Mike's Raven Guard. It's a 2,000 points battle. So congratulations to him for getting the Space Marines clad in their black armor complete. So 2,000 points of Raven Guard. We asked Mike to pick any faction to take on. He chose the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines of Magnus the Red. So that battle report is now live on YouTube channel membership. You can check that out. Join us today. You can unlock the bonus content and you can see the whole string of videos actually for the development of Mike's army. There's 1,000 point, 1,500 and now 2,000 point battle for the Raven Guard Space Marines. And great to have another Space Marine chapter represented on the channel. Right, turn 3 here for the Space Marines. Mike does have a counterpunch plan. Overwhelming Force, bring it down for the 2 cards. These pretty much blessing him, holding, getting ready to shoot through to those, to him, charge him, potentially some firepower into those as well. So good base of operations from here. It's available and ready to shoot with both of these. Backing out of close combat and getting round onto the objective just for the continued OC control. Captain Parmenion remains locked in close combat, but he's being supported by a Brutalis Dreadnought, which is now turned up on the Orc left flank. All reserves are on now for the Imperial Fists. They'll fight on with what they have. We'll press on to their shooting phase next. So I'm going to capture some of the firepower here. Multi-melters into who? Grog the Whopper. What's he done wrong?
Well, I need to hit you.
Plum Hammer.
No.
Oh, you're saving him? Right. It's 1 patch on left for Mike.
So it's 2 hits.
Oh.
Strength 9.
3's to win.
Yep.
2 wounds.
Minus 4.
Should have played hard as nails for -1 to the wound roll.
I will allow you to play hard.
No way. Yeah, after you've rolled 2 3s. Okay. 2 wounds come through.
-4.
-4. Got a 5+ invulnerable save. Sense something coming. Oh no. I owe it to him. It's stupid, but sense of duty. Blocked.
Is that a trick?
And that was that one, by the way. I didn't just got that. I know it is that one.
How many ones has he got?
One of the old tricks. D6.
How many ones has he got?
He's got 7.
Oh, has he?
Oh, 5. Ouch. Has he got 7? He does have 7, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing to limit what you've done, so yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, 7. So you're dropping down to just 2 wounds left. Oh, Grog the lad, well done. He survives just about. Not quite over yet. I should be okay, but there's the Ironhow Heavy Stubber to put into him as well.
Yeah.
Range 18 for the extra Dakar.
Yeah. Not 3.
3s.
3, yeah.
5s to wind, I think. Toughness 6.
Yeah, 5s. It's twin length.
2 wounds. 2 wounds. 2 ups. Whoa, passed. Okay. Is he going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
That servo turret into Grog. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. We can take anything you throw at us.
2s.
The orc blood's starting to get flowing again.
3s. Twin linked.
God. -2. -3.
-3.
Cover.
Yeah.
-2. 4 ups.
D6 +1.
Oh, he's gone. Do we blow up? Ah, he's gone. It took him down. Moment of pride there. Both of the war bosses gone. I now hand over command to Zog, cousin Zog on the left-hand side. So, rest of the firepower's been resolved. The cans don't last long. They've been destroyed. That was combined firepower from the bunker, and also the dreadnought offloaded all that it had. Grenades were thrown as well by the intercessor squad there. Also, so Mike electing to really go after those, try and take them on, which he's done successfully. It just leaves the vehicle there in the middle. And that's it. We're going to charges next. Dreadnought going in. Possibly Tech Marine as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right, both going in. Don't need to roll charges. They're in, Mike. Here. Oh, this charge. 9 inches. Here we go for some revenge.
Oh.
No. No command reroll available. All right, we'll go on to combat resolution next. So, Dreadnought making his attacks. If he can break Rippa's transport here. 5 attacks.
Yep.
Needing 2s, right?
2s, yep.
3s to wound. 3 go through. -3.
No, -2.
-2. 4 ups then, would you believe? Block both. We're living 3 damage, 3 damage. You got to take a battle shock test as well, by the way. For some reason.
Yep.
Passed with flying colours.
And the Tech Marine fails.
Tech Marine fails. Just checking this. At the start of the fight phase, each enemy within engagement range. I must take a battle shock test? Yep, okay. Okay, the enraged Tech Marine.
Yes.
His attacks.
So the
Omnicine Axe.
yep goes to 7 attacks.
Oh.
3, 6, 7.
Okay.
On 3s. He's missed 3 times. Strength 8. No, strength 6. Sorry, strength 6.
5s to wound.
Nope. And then it's got 1 extra attack with a servo arm. It's strength 8.
Yes, that's a wound.
-2, 3 damage.
And 3 damage?
Yeah.
He's got it. Oh, down to 2 wounds left. But we have survived.
Yes.
And we'll go on to the player's turn. It's not, which is Captain Parmenion. Or our Cans fighting against him. Chance to bring the captain down. He's on 2 wounds left. 4s. Come on, Cross. Keep it up. 3s to wound. 3 saves at -2. 3 saves of 4+. And block them all for the Emperor Ura. Well done.
Good lad.
Good lads, yeah. Micro strike back. It's a bit out of sync, but it doesn't really matter.
2s. Strength 8, toughness
Oh, 3s to win.
3.
-2
2 damage.
5s to block. Block 2. 2 damage. Dropping down to 3 wounds left. Michael do the sword or the chain blade.
The relic blade, yeah.
Relic blade, yeah.
What's your toughness?
Tough for 6.
2. -2, 2 damage.
Foul both. Do we blow up? Right. One of the cans is gone. Like so. Alright, Death Dreads can do his attacks tactically. We'll go after the Tech Marine. Visually, we'll go after the Tech Marine because he's unpainted. 3s. Sustained. Nip him on 2s. All of them. 6 saves at -2. So 4 ups. Got him.
Dead.
Rippa's got a nipper. Attack Marine removed from play. So, end of turn here. Both sides have battered each other hard in this game, that's for sure. 39 points to the Space Marines. 4 points for objectives, 4 points for destroying enemy units, 5 points and 2 points for secondaries for bringing it down, and overwhelming force destroying units on objectives. 39 points to 27. But Orks have a turn in hand. We'll go to their turn 3 next, as they press on with their fight against the Imperial Fists. 4 points to the control of objectives. No, 8 points. Orc boys have sticky objectives, crazy. So that remains under our control, even though the boys have been slain. So 1, 2, and then 3. 1 can is OC of 2. Mike's 1 with Captain Parmenion. So 3 objectives held just about here by the Orcs, but it gets us an extra 4 points coming through. Secondaries is bring it down, so destroy some vehicles if we can. And then containment is the other. So movement's complete here for the Orcs. Just the pursuit of secondaries, dropping in here just outside our deployment zone for containment. Remaining close combat. Poised to charge but didn't move, just in case Mike went for Overwatch. Holding. Remaining close combat. Swung the bikers around. Zog's headed off in this direction to take on the Brutalis. Landing across there for containment. That side of the board. That's it, movement done. Shooting phase next. Right, shooting phase resolved. Firepower from here. They're blast weapons that they can shoot out of close combat into here. Firepower from here as well. Stripping the Dreadnought down to 8 wounds left. Redundant gun, nothing to shoot at. These shot down here, no impact. We fire both into the heavy intercessor squads. The zap gun though, got another hit and zapped the turret across the other side, destroying it with damage 5 coming through. Crazy stuff, and then no firepower across there. We're going to charges. That's an ongoing close combat. We'll go for this charge. It's going to go ahead. I'm not going to roll up the dice. It's just going to go into there. We're going to tank shock with that. That's what we've been saving the CP for. I'm going to go for a charge across here, which I'm just going to push the models in because it's literally just over an inch away. And that's it. Combat resolution. These are crucial. 2, 3 very important close combats here. But we'll resolve tank shock first of all. Toughness 10. I think it may go up here with hard case. 12 dice, yeah it is, yeah. Toughness 12. I can see a few. Yeah, 5 mortal wounds. Which is enough to kill 2 whole models. Yeah, it's significant enough. Yeah, that was the right move, I think, saving that tank shock. Okay, and then we may as well just go on to our close combat. So, Death Roller. Three to wind. The Winded at AP -1. 4 saves at -1. 4 saves of 4+. Whichever way around it's going 4 up. And 2 go through, which would be enough to slay that model. So it's just the captain now, stands defiant. As kind of mission accomplished, we'll then just try and hit you with a wrecking ball. Which we haven't. Swing and a miss. And then we'll try and grab you with the grabbing claw. 6 would be great. Just the 1 hit. 2s, I don't think we're going to be strong enough for wounding. No, strength 8. Okay, failed. So, didn't grab you and didn't hit you with the wrecking ball. So that's that combat resolved. This one across here, big question. Can we bring the Dreadnought down? Mike's playing Armour of Contempt, which will make a big difference here. It's your base armour of a 2-up. Yeah, it's huge. It really is big. We'll go with the Death Killer War Trike and his attacks. So it's a Snagger Claw, 4 attacks, needing 3s. 2s, actually. And they will hit with a bonus. Toughness 10. Force to wind. 3 saves, -2 becomes -1. 3 saves are 3+.
So field 1.
1 sneaks in, damage 2. Dropping down to 6 wounds left. Power Claw. 1 hit with a bonus. 1 wound comes through. Yep. And passed. Sorry, that wound may not have come through there anyway, but Mike's passed it anyway. And then it's down to choppers next. Looking at 3s. Looking at 2s, sorry. Add in 4 extras. Wound on 6s. Nyan, God, just scraping along the side of the Dreadnought. Okay, so that's our combat's resolved. Technically, though, we should go across to the other side for Mike's Dreadnought to fight. 5 attacks with him to try and bring down for Death Dread. 3.
3. Yeah.
Oh, no way. Oh, for a moment.
Oh, didn't make a difference.
Okay. Priest wound.
-2.
Ah, come on. -2.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Ah, it's destroyed. And we don't blow up. Oh, you got him. Just about managed to get him. Well done. Death Dread removed from play. Well played.
Luckily enough, it puts me back up to 4 kill, and you on 3, so you need to kill.
Captain Parmenion. Right. Nip him. Name 4s. Oh, no. A wound. Damage 3. It's all down to the save. Yay! Passed.
Yep.
Well done. So press tab with remaining combats. A couple of wounds coming through against the can. Lost 2 bikers from here. And no damage coming through against the battle wagon. End of turn. You've updated the score. You're at end of turn. Would you believe it? It's neck and neck. 43 points each. Mike won the tally for kill points, pushing him up to 43. We got 4 points for objectives. 4 points. No, 8 points for objectives. Oh, no, I destroyed an enemy unit. So I'm going to get another 4 points. And then 6 points for containment. And 2 points to bring it down, taking us to a total of 47. 47 points to 43. Orcs ahead, but not by much. Been a close contest, this one. So, end of turn. Both armies are still in it. We'll go on to turn 4, getting towards the later stage of the game now. Turn 4 for the Space Marines. So, we're on turn 4 here for the Space Marines. Engage North fronts and extend battle lines is the 2 cards in play. We've done movement and shooting here. So, pushing forwards, regular move, advanced move, reclaim the objective. Everything these had, especially his firepower, took out the Storm Boys across here. Ongoing combat. 1 killer can removed from play. That's firepower coming from the bunker and also from here as well as shooting out of close combat. That's it. We'll go on to charges. None. Close combats next. So combat's resolved. I caused no damage. I took 2 wounds. And then across here, we lost 2 bikers and caused a bit of damage in return, dropping down to 4 wounds. We're really tying each other up in these combats across here and across here. End of turn, we'll update on the score. So end of turn points going through. 4 points for the control objectives, 4 points for the kill point for the destruction of the Storm Boys, 5 points for extend battle lines, 2 points for engage in all fronts, for table quarters. Takes Mike to 58 points. 58 points to 47. So I've got a question. Orks can control more objectives. 1, 2. And if I pass a battle shock test, yes. So that'll be 8 points straight off the bat. We'll see what secondaries come through. Orks might be able to get ahead here. It all depends on what cards are drawn. And if they can kill enemy units, we'll go on to their turn 4 next. Alright, so turn 4 here for the Orks. Cards drawn. Sabotage, which we can do thanks to the Storm Boys over in that corner. Engage in all fronts. I think we might be able to pick up some points for that. Movement's taken place. Guns have held. We've backed out of close combat. Could try and fire down that corridor to take out the Space Marine captain. Holding position to fire at Captain Parmenion. Backing out of close combat. Our upgrade that we took, thanks to the points changes, we can fall back, shoot and charge. So very versatile there with Zog and what's left of the bikers. The can's happy to sit where it is. And then we've seen the Storm Boys move on to the terrain to pick up points for sabotage. We're going to shooting phase next. Right, we're on shooting phase here. Captain brought down. He can be removed, doesn't he? He doesn't get back up. He can go. That's firepower from these 2 combined. Then across here, firepower from here. We could shoot in. The 2 wounds stripped away from Captain Parmenion. Oh, no, you don't resurrect yet. That's the end of the phase. So I'll leave that one. So in which case, I'm going to go for the grenade strat. From these, they do have it, into here. So we're going to roll 6 dice lean 4s. Yes, 5 is enough to do it. And does it blow up?
Yes.
It does. Damage? No.
D3.
And maxed, of course. Right, okay. So Biker slain. We'll take him away. And they're 3 wounds each. So it'll absorb all of that. So 3 wounds taken on the bike as the Dreadnought blows up. Right, goodbye to him. We'll then go, he's kind of redundant now because he's got nothing to shoot at. And we're back to our close combat. That's firepower finished. Right, so resurrection on a 2+. And he's back up with 4 wounds. Up he gets for one final attempt to hold on to that objective. We'll go on to charges next. So run charges in combat. Bikers can't charge into that terrain. The killer can did though. We caused 2 wounds. Mike's caused, these are wounds coming through.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to be in trouble. We are. Do we blow up? So we don't. Can destroy it. And Mike is now on that objective. Interesting twist. And that's end of combats. And end of turn. We're going to update the score. So Mike's on his move here. We're just calculating points end of our turn, which is a good number of points coming through. 8 points to control objectives. Another 8 points for destroying an enemy unit and winning the tally this time around. Then 6 points for sabotage, 2 points for engaging on fronts. This is a huge sum here for the Orks come through, taking them 71 points to 58. We'll roll straight on to turn 5. It's going to go right to the wire for this one. The last gasp here for the Space Marines, just a few models left on the board. So turn 5 here for the Space Marines. It's 8 points to the control of more objectives than the Orks. Sabotage and secure no man's land, the 2 cards drawn. We've gone ahead and done the whole move. These have advanced and performed the action for sabotage, which you can do, remember the rule, for swift action. Battle line units can advance and still perform actions. They've rushed here to secure this, perform sabotage. That's going to get Mike 6 points come through. Secure no man's land has been done as well, and by Captain Parmenion across the other side. So these last few units here for the Imperial Fists making a difference towards the end of the game. We've given you a total score as well of 81 points for the Space Marines, which is a huge score for them. But having said all that, the Orks could still win. We'll go on to turn 5 for them. I reckon we're going to have enough points to win here. Okay, just calculating a few things here, the options for the Orks, and may well be able to do it. So our points or objectives come through at the end of the turn as opposed to the start. So we'll anchor that one. We'll anchor that one. We're after the 3rd. The ideal situation is to bring Captain Parmenion down. No prisoners behind enemy lines. So Zog's gone over there. That's 1 behind enemy lines. These are jumped across to use the grenade stratagem and to try and capture that objective. Got a gun lined up to try and shoot at Captain Parmenion as well. So I'm going to resolve this. D6 shots for the last bit of firepower. 4s. 3s. Double 6. Both go through. Damage of, I've got him. 2 wounds and 3 wounds. 5 wounds. Captain Parmenion brought down by Gits. So that's it. They've cut it short. The idea was to use the grenade stratagem to try and flush him out, but Captain Parmenion brought down. There's nothing else really for us to resolve. We'll give you a final score. Reckon the Orks have done just enough. 6 points, isn't it? 7 points. 4 points. 8 points to control objectives at the end of the game. 4 points for destroying an enemy unit. 3 points for behind enemy lines of 1 unit. And then no prisoners for 2 points coming through as well. Takes us to 88 points here for the Orks. One of the highest scoring games we've had in quite a while. 88 points to 81. The Orks have victory, but it has come at a horrific cost. Zog will claim that he was the one that managed to salvage the situation after the 2 war bosses were slain. He stepped up to the mark, and really actually he did make the difference, helping to just about tip things in favour of the Orks over on that flank. What a tussle. Not a league game though, don't worry, it's just a warm-up battle. Orks starting to cut their teeth again and to make their presence felt on the channel. Imperial Fists have been doing well, Orks have turned up and spoiled the party. So units of the game for both sides. I've got to give it to the Grot Guns. At times during the game their contribution was excellent, and perhaps finally sealing the deal here in this battle with this one. So that's units of the game for the Orks. For the Space Marines, the Dreadnoughts have proved dependable, solid unit choices. One of them remaining defiant there at the end on that objective. So that's units of the game for both sides. Big thank you to Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen for their support at silver level over on the Patreon page. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel. Hope to see the Orks in action going forwards and work on units and so on for them. For For bonus content, join us on membership. The latest game is the Raven Guard against the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines, 2,000 points battle. You can check that out on channel membership. Great game. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time, and then do remember that Kickstarter link below for the terrain from Mini Wargaming. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.